New topic. Let's jump right into this real quick. Right here. Yeah. Let's start here. Gaming, right? Everybody loves video games, including myself. Let me just start there. I don't want this to be misinterpreted. Like, I don't like video games because I love them. I really do. Love me some video games. But here's the thing, we have a whole nother proposition to make. All right. And that's what I'm going to try and do today. I'm going to try and prove a point, based off of how I feel, basically, about where we're going with virtual reality and gaming. First and foremost, we got to talk about the predictive programming, right? Virtual reality plus the metaverse is what they've been pumping. I know y'all have seen Ready Player One. If you're watching Peripheral, I talked about that yesterday. And again, it's a good show. Y'all should definitely watch it. If you don't have Amazon Prime, though, just go watch Ready Player One. That's a good movie as well. They both basically tell you the same thing. They're trying to plug us into the system and get us playing to earn. I mean, I know you've heard that word before, play to earn. We have play to earn already available. You can do it now. You can make money. I know you've probably seen some of those ads and stuff talking about the kids who made a whole lot of money, in Axie Infinity and stuff like that, doing play to earn on the metaverse that's currently out right now. We're going to get into a little bit of that a little bit later, but I just had to touch on this. The predictive programming, which is typically why I even make these videos in the first place, because it's like, okay, you see so much, you see it over and over and over, and it's like, well, what is the point behind you guys continuously trying to, push this same agenda, this same narrative, this same, look at life, this same lens? When the thing is, when you see it over and over and over, even though people like to go, oh, I'm not affected, you are affected. And that's the beauty of psychology. Like, we know you are affected. And I mean, I had a grandmother who used to say that the TV is the devil, right? And I used to think she was crazy, like literally. But now I know what she means. R.I.P. to her, Elizabeth. But basically, my formula of that same statement, the TV is the devil, is kind of what you see on TV is already here. Like, just think about that statement and let it set in. We're going to move on to the next slide. Virtual reality, a blatant agenda. All right. So, in my opinion, here we go. Number one, they're collecting your data. You always know that. Just know that from the jump. As soon as they connected to the internet, this became about your data, right? Building a profile about you. So at first, I mean, games used to really be about, let me see. Yeah, this is where games started. I mean, I got started right here. I love video games. Let me just make that clear again. I got started right here on Mario Kart, Nintendo 64, the original PlayStation. And then we got into Kingdom Hearts, and I actually got the newest one, Kingdom Hearts 3, that just came out. I still haven't beat that, but anyways, this is where it started, right? You had dopamine levels dopamine gets released once you beat a level, you achieve a high score, something like that, right? It was really about, playing with a friend, like 4 players in one at the same time. You get what I mean? Like, we're all here, we get to play together. Now, games are more one player, and it's global, right? Modern gaming is about camaraderie, but with a bigger group. Now you play online from home, but you're not in person. It's virtual, right? It's a very fun pastime. People spend way more time gaming now, probably because it's a lot more fun. Games have gotten a lot more better, but they're introducing you to things like crypto now, right? With V-Bucks, you've been in Fortnite if you haven't. There's games like, let me go over to some other slides here real quick. These games right here, play to earn, Undead Blocks. If you haven't heard of the metaverse and things like that, like, I actually own one of their NFTs. I'm gonna start playing their game pretty soon. But Star Atlas, huge, right? These are big names, places where you can make money playing games. Like, this game is fun. Undead Blocks is like zombies in Modern Warfare, except you earn their immutable X token every time you kill something, right? And then you can go back and buy stuff with it, or you could buy like you could buy an NFT and then say this game becomes really popular. Obviously, that NFT is gonna go up in price, and then you can sell that NFT. So there's ways to make money. But that's really not the point, right? We started here, and now it is turning into a business. It's turning all the way into a business. So let's go back to where I was on point 1 about data collection. Since it is a business, like I said, at the inception of the internet attaching to these games, it became a business about data collection, about a profile about you. All right, remember that. Point number 2, contacted sales and additional contacted sales. We talked about V-Bucks. We talked about ad revenue. This is another potential place where, you know, these bigger companies can, again, make money off of what you like. And this is why the data collection is important, because they have to know what will trigger you, what you like, what you fire, what you buy in the game already. Like, for example, if you go and you buy some Nike shoes in Fortnite, right? They know you like Nike. So they sell that to Nike, and Nike now sends you ads because they know you like Nike. Or etc. You know, you buy some Cane's food in McDonald's and they send it to your door. I mean, that's actually what Nike's doing now. Like, they just got into the metaverse. You can buy a pair of shoes in the metaverse. They'll send it to your door. I mean, don't get me wrong. This stuff is awesome, right? It's awesome, but they're channeling you toward an end goal. All right. So let's keep moving. Introduction to the blockchain and why this is important. Really, just read the last piece. Metaverse, which is on the blockchain, is going to become the new global digital ID. Again, this is really about creating a profile about each and every one of us, all right? And then putting it into a supercomputer to further figure out and to further manipulate global choices, you know, on a global population scale. Like, that's my thesis here. Play to earn metaverse, VR metaverse, AR, it's all connected to the metaverse. And the metaverse, once you are in there, you're literally creating a profile about yourself, which is backed forever, and it's going to become your digital ID. And we're already seeing this stuff, but that's for a different video. We talked about this already. This is where we started. We are moving forward into basically more immersive games. My proposition is that games are definitely going to be bigger than traditional sports, and that's kind of what we're seeing already again, right? I mean, I don't have to, you can prove it to yourself. Just look it up. You know, the stats speak for themselves. But esports are already bigger than mini sports, as you see right here. And this is gaming and gambling. When you add them together, it is bigger than mini sports. You've heard of DraftKings and such and such and such. If you consider that gaming, it's bigger than traditional sports for sure. But yeah, this is where the world's going, right? Business. This is the business side of gaming. Esports scholarships. This is another big one.
And doing video review just like you would do for basketball or football and watching game tape.
Get it? Let's go. Nice.
Associate member of the East Coast.
Kind of just to further prove, like, this is happening. You know what I mean? Look, New Hampshire University giving scholarships out to play video games. Like, this wasn't around in my time. Otherwise, I would have done this. You understand what I mean? Like, this is crazy. At the same time, what is it going to do to our society, number one? What's it going to do to people's health, number two? Their mental health, number three. You know what I mean? We can go down the line about all the different pushback that's going to come from this type of stuff. But it's awesome, you know. But at the same time, we just have to understand what is the agenda. So we're going to keep going. E-scholarships, that's cool.
And doing
we already talked about play to earn. This is current. This is not even the future. This is here now. But it's beautiful because it is the door to the future. It's the door to what you see at the very beginning of this, all the way up here. It's the door to this. Play to earn is what, in my opinion, brought most of the people to the metaverse in the beginning. Lots of people were interested in doing this, playing a video game to make money. As soon as you jump onto the blockchain, now we can start creating this data profile. We really just need you to initially set up so that we can put you in a position, a spot, if you understand what I mean. But I'm going to keep moving on. All right, future of gaming is business. It's about money. It's about creating a data profile. It's about getting your information. It's about selling you information, right? Let's go to the next. Who's making money, right? Since that's my opinion, I got to tell you something. I got to show you something. Who's making money? Who benefits from all this? And obviously, we're going to go to a site like Forbes. The amazing way Nike is using Metaverse. We already talked about how they're sending you things, how they're going to have another potential point of contact, right? We already talked about that. It's really all about them making a lot more money, okay? And it's about control, but the control aspect of this is entirely different. Is an entirely different, PowerPoint presentation. Because the control aspect of this is a lot easier to prove, but it doesn't really come through the gaming aspect. It comes from more of your phone. It comes from your money. It comes from the tracking systems that are already in place. You know, the face recognition systems, etc. So that's for another video. But we did see things like this. I'm not sure if you guys are playing Fortnite. I play Fortnite all the time. Design companies like Nike, Travis Scott, they're already there. You're already seeing Travis Scott have virtual concerts and things like that. That is the future, guys. That's the future. They're taking us to the future. The only reason that a person like, well, I mean, obviously money, but it's absolutely a part of their agenda to bring somebody like Travis Scott, right, who literally runs the kid sphere, if you will, into these type of games, so that all these kids will be backed, will be introduced into this new set, into this new form, into this new society, right? Let's keep going. And further, from games, where does this go? Virtual reality is going to take over the workforce. And this goes to my point kind of from the beginning. If we go back to the beginning, we're trying to figure out what's going on with this continuous shift toward virtual reality. And in conclusion, I think they want us all at home. Now, this is opinion, but if you're just watching reality, you've seen the push for work from home, right? Augmented reality is has a $10 billion market, okay? Forbes, again. Emerging virtual reality trends, workplace training, Forbes, right? This is money speaking to you. Virtual reality is transforming the future of work. This is money speaking to you guys. And it's wise to listen when they do speak about it. You know, virtual reality in the workplace. It's coming. Matter of fact, I'd say it's here. The question is, how is this going to affect society? And what are we going to do about it? You know what I mean? I think, kind of like I was talking about in the beginning, their end goal, their push, is really for us all to plug in. That's what the media has been showing. But you tell me what you think, because I don't want this just to be 100% opinion. I just wanted to show you guys a few things so that maybe we could talk about it in the comments. Appreciate you guys. Later.